it's Rose, and in today's video I will be sharing with you guys 5 things that I recommend you bringing to the hospital when you have spinal fusion surgery. I had to stay at the hospital for a few days after my surgery, so I really know how helpful these items have come in handy for me before and after coming home from the hospital, because I used them big time during my recovery. So I will also be sharing 2 bonus things with you guys that I think that you would also find helpful as well. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to share with you guys is these socks right here. These socks were really helpful for me mostly when I got home, because when I was at the hospital after the surgery, I just wore some slippers that had some grip on the bottom, just like a rubber sole basically, so that way they wouldn't be slippery where I would fall. But these socks right here have this special grip on the bottom, so when I got home from the hospital and I was walking around, I didn't want to wear shoes because every time I would have to get up, I would have to put those on. So having these on just really helps me be able to walk more safely and help me prevent from falling because they have the grips on the bottom. So actually I bought these from, I think, TJ Maxx, and it came with 2 pairs. The second thing I recommend you bringing is some pajamas from home, or just specifically pajamas that you can wear while you're at the hospital other than your hospital gown. But these are the ones that I brought with me because they have buttons on the top, and then the pants are just some step-in pants. But I really loved these while I was at the hospital because they were buttoned up, so it was a lot easier to get on instead of having to put it over my head. And the third thing that I recommend you bringing, girls, we know how it is with our hair and keeping it, you know, from staying messy and stuff. So I would recommend you bringing a brush and some ponytail holders. When I had the surgery, actually, like going into the OR, I had my hair in French braids, but the day I left, I pulled it up into a bun. So if you want to bring a brush, you can, just to like help brush it back when you're putting it up. But I didn't really brush my hair a lot while in the hospital. I did not at all, actually. Maybe on the day I left, just to pull my hair up in a bun, but I definitely used these a lot. So keep in mind a scrunchie or a ponytail holder. And the fourth thing is bring some blankets and pillows if you would like. I know at the hospital while you're there, they provide pillows for you to use and even blankets, but I would say on the way home you might want to bring a blanket from home, so that way you can use it on the ride home, and also bring some pillows so you can use those as well, because I used like 3 pillows or 2 when I was coming home, just because you have to get comfortable in the car. The next thing is, if you would like, you can bring a water bottle, because on the ride home from the hospital, I was really thirsty a lot. Don't know if that's super normal, but I know having a water bottle that I could easily kind of drink out of helped a lot, because you don't have to fill it all the way to the top. You can just fill it up a little bit. That way it's not so heavy, but it's kind of a lot easier than turning up like a actual water cup or a cup with some drink in it. You can just kind of tip this up and the water just kind of comes out on its own, you know. So these things were really helpful, and I also had a plastic cup with a straw that I used as well when I got home, but I use this one more now. And just some more socks. These don't have grips on them, but as my recovery went on like 3 and 4 months, I kind of just started wearing these with some like slip-ons. And also, if you want to, you can bring some pillowcases from your home, just to make it feel a little bit more homey while you're at the hospital, because for me, I didn't really know how long I was going to have to stay, and fresh pillowcases are the way to go. The next thing that I'm going to share with you guys, I'm not going to really show it because it's kind of big, but is this suitcase right here. So as you can see, like, this is pretty big size suitcase. It's not super big or super like heavy once it's filled, but it does have wheels on the bottom. And a lot of people may not think about this when they're going in to have the surgery because they're focused on other things. But I know putting all of my stuff that I needed, and as well as some of my mom's stuff, putting it in this suitcase, and I think we had 2 or 3 more suitcases. I can't remember. I think we had 3 in all. But like I said, we didn't know really how long we were going to have to stay, just depending on how everything went with me. But I ended up staying a Thursday to a Sunday. But anyway, about the suitcase, these were just really helpful because as I was going into the hospital, I could just pull one in, and it was a lot easier than having all of these different bags to carry around, because my mom did have to go to a like a pre-surgery room with me, I guess, and also the recovery room and the waiting room, so she could just carry around the suitcase by rolling it, and instead of all of these different bags, because when you have to move like 2 and 3 places to different spots, and you're carrying a lot of stuff, it's kind of difficult, especially just because it was my mom, because I was in the surgery. So she pulled these suitcases around until we got into the actual room after the surgery where I was going to stay. So I just think these are really helpful because my mom didn't have to carry a lot of backpacks or luggage bags. She just carried like 2 or 3 suitcases. So if you want to do that, that kind of helped us a little bit. But of course, when we were leaving, she just kind of rolled those out to the car because I could not. But yeah, basically I will review this all again so you guys can... That's my sister. But I will review all this again just so you guys can remember what I am talking about. Okay, here we go. Pillowcases, a blanket or blankets, how many ever you would like to bring, a hairbrush with some scrunchie or ponytail holders, button-up pajamas, these are the pants and shirt set, and some grippy socks, along with a water bottle, and then your choice, your preference, if you want to bring a suitcase. So yeah, by the way, again, I will say that this suitcase does have wheels on the bottom, so it's easier to maneuver around. But yeah, that's basically all for this video. If you guys have any questions, of course, this is not all the stuff that I brought to the hospital with me. I also brought snacks and just other hygiene products like lotion, chapstick, and face wash and stuff. But a lot of times you don't really know what you're going to use once you get there, because I know I brought stuff that I didn't use while I was there, but it's totally okay. Just bring what you think would be best for you. And yeah, if you're having the surgery, I definitely encourage you to be strong, don't give up, and do your best. So I will see you guys later. Like I said, leave a question if you have any below. Bye!